Hello and welcome to Midweek Moves. This is week 4. Thank you for joining me this week. My name is Mindy English. I'm a physical therapist with Therapeutic Associates Physical Therapy in Eagle, Idaho. And the goal of the next 15 to 20 minutes is to move your body and relieve some of those aches and pains that you may be feeling in your neck, shoulders, back, and hips from sitting more often and working from home in maybe less than ideal work condition. As a reminder, this is being recorded, so if you don't want to be recorded, go ahead and turn your video off. Questions and comments are welcome throughout this session, but please mute your microphone if you don't have a question so that we can limit the background noise. As far as intensity of movement, I ask you to follow the talk test, meaning you should be able to talk but not sing as we go through these different moves. It's not meant to be a high intensity workout, so if you do feel like your heart rate's getting up and you're having a hard time holding a conversation, please take a rest, sit down, catch your breath, and resume when you feel comfortable doing so, but maybe at a much lower intensity. Thank you guys for all your feedback over all the sessions. My hope is that we are incorporating some of those things into each session, and so if there's something that you've mentioned to me and I forgot to add it in, please just remind me again and I will get that in there. Okay, so we are going to start with some stretches actually for our wrists and hands. So some of you gave me feedback that maybe some things for issues, maybe if you have a little bit of carpal tunnel or just soreness from being on the computer might be helpful. So let's start with just a really gentle stretch of our wrists. So we're gonna put our arms straight out. You're gonna point your fingers down towards the floor, and this may feel like a stretch here. If you feel like you need a little bit more, you can gently push your fingertips and your palm more towards you, okay? As we do stretches, it should feel uncomfortable, but not painful. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed as you're doing this. And if it doesn't feel good on your shoulder to be up high, you can certainly be a little bit lower. It is important for your elbow to be straight while we do this. And let's go ahead and switch sides. Same idea. Palm comes towards you. If you need a little bit more, go ahead and give a little stretch here. Holding for about 30 seconds or so. Easing into it, especially if you just finished typing something. Let's be gentle. Good, and then we're gonna bring our fingertips back towards our body. And same thing, you may feel a stretch kind of on the bottom part of your forearm here. If you need a little bit more, go ahead and pull back. Always honoring any discomfort that we feel. Remember that if anything feels painful while we're doing this session, please stop doing that movement. I try and give lots of modifications, but if something I'm giving you isn't working for you, just let me know. Send me a little message or turn your mute off. And let's go ahead and switch sides. Nice gentle stretch here. This stretch is working on stretching our wrist flexors and our finger flexors, so the muscles on the bottom side here. And go ahead and rest. So you can either stay sitting if you're sitting, or you can be standing. We're gonna do our shoulder rolls next. As always, this has been a crowd favorite, so I have chosen to incorporate it every week. Shoulders up and back, feeling that tension, and then feeling that tension release. Opening that chest up. This is a great one to do kind of throughout the day, like maybe once every hour or so. Just do a couple shoulder rolls, especially if you're feeling kind of tense or feeling a little bit more stress and you carry a lot of your stress up here. Good, let's get our legs moving. So we're gonna dynamically kick our bottom. You may feel a little stretch or pull on the front of your legs depending on your flexibility and how much you've been sitting today. If you are feeling energetic and you want to add a little hop to that, you certainly can. As always, I'm going to not hop just so there's not quite so much up and down in the video. Getting some blood flowing. Hopefully you haven't been sitting for too long already today, but if you have, we're just waking things up. And let's do some monster kicks. So nice and slow and controlled, kicking that leg up towards your hands if that's possible. Maybe your range of motion looks a little bit lower if you have tight hamstrings or your flexibility isn't as great. The goal here though is to bring our legs up and not bring our chest down with the movement. Okay, warming up the back of our legs. Good, couple more here, 2 and 1. All right, so we should have some blood flowing to different areas of our body. We're going to go into our first 5-minute circuit. I'm going to lead you through 4 different exercises. We're going to do these all together a couple rounds. Then we're going to do a 20-second hold of a plank, and I'll give lots of versions of a plank that you could do. And then if time permits, we'll go through the list of exercises one more time. So we're going to start with a hip hinge. We did this the very first week, but if you didn't join us the first week, our hip hinge is a movement where we keep our whole back nice and neutral, whole spine nice and neutral, and we're going to hinge at our hips. So our bottom's going to go towards that back wall, feeling a little stretch in our hamstrings. Our chest comes down no further than parallel with the ground, and then we squeeze our bottom to come back up. We're going to do 10 of those. I'm just going to set my timer so I can keep track of time here. So hinge and come on back up. We'll do 10 of these. Your hands can be on your hips or you can slide them down the front of your body if that feels better for you. My head is an extension of my spine, so I'm not looking up towards the ceiling. Okay, nice and neutral. Shoulders are down and back. 1 more. And 10. Next, we're going to do some diagonals, or I think of them as like alligator arms. So really opening up opposite directions with your arms. Thinking about squeezing your shoulder blades together as you do this. If it doesn't feel good for your arm to be up tall, let's do it a little bit lower. Okay? The goal here is we're just squeezing those shoulder blades. Squeeze. Squeeze. 9 and 10. Next, we're going into some squats. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see my knees. I want to make sure my knees aren't going out past my toes. So my heels stay on the ground. I squat down, bottom pushes back, and then stand up. You can go as low as feels comfortable. This is what feels comfortable for me today. Maybe for you it's a little bit lower, maybe it's a little bit deeper. You do what feels good for you. Also making sure that your knees are tracking with the middle of your feet and not diving in that way as we squat. 9 and 10. And then we're going to do a bent over row now. So we go into that hip hinge motion. Okay, so we're bent over here, and then we're gonna pull our elbows right along our rib cage here, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Shoulders are away from your ears. If it doesn't feel good to hold this position, you can certainly be upright and do it. This is just a nice way to incorporate a little bit of low back and upper back work at the same time. And 10. Okay, back to the top. We're back to our hip hinges. We do 10. Nice neutral spine. Squeeze your bottom as you come up. Making sure you're breathing. Sometimes we tend to hold our breath as we exercise. Shoulders stay back. We're not rounding our shoulders. and 10. Let's do some diagonals. Really feeling that chest open up and the back squeeze as you do this. 8, 9, and 10. Let's do some squats. Same thing, you can do whatever you want to do with your hands. I like to put them on my hips typically. But if that makes you feel like you're bunched up here, just relax them. And 10, then we do our bent over rows. Brush those elbows along your rib cage. And 10. Okay, we're going to go into a plank hold. I'd recommend, if you're not familiar with planks, that you do it on a table or a countertop, so you're here and holding. You're gonna hold for 20 seconds. If you feel like you need a little bit more challenge, you can certainly come down to the ground. You can be on your knees. You can also be on your elbows if that's too much for your body. So we're gonna hold here for 20 seconds. Ready? And go. My head is still an extension of my spine. I'm pushing away from the floor, so I'm not just sinking into my shoulder blades. Booty is squeezed. We're breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, shake it out. We're going to go through exercises one more time. So we have hip hinge, 10 of those. 2. Squeeze your buns. Feel that stretch on the back of your legs. Good. Now we do our diagonals, 10 of these. Knees are a little bit bent as you do this, so we're not arching our back. 8, 9, and 10. Move into squats. Check your form, weights back in your heels. Maybe you feel like you can get a little deeper as you get warmer. And 10. One more set of bent over rows. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, that's circuit number 1. Circuit number 2, same format, 4 different exercises. We'll do another plank hold in there. Okay, so our first one, we're gonna have our leg back at a diagonal, and we're doing circles. So you're gonna circle in a clockwise direction. So let's do our right leg first. Do 10 of these. 3, little bend in that standing leg. You can hang onto a table or a countertop for balance if you need it. 9, and 10. Okay, for working our upper body, we are going into our bent over flies. Okay, so we're still in that hip hinge position. Now instead of bringing our elbows back along our rib cage, we're gonna squeeze and open here. So it's like you're an eagle or making a T with your arms. Okay, squeeze. 10 of these. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, let's do our left leg now with those hip circles. So we're back at a 45-degree angle, and we rotate. On your left side, you're rotating in a counterclockwise direction. Trying not to lean. 9, and 10. Okay, back to our arms. Elbows are bent 90 degrees, up at shoulder height. We're opening into like a goalpost position. Close, open, close. If you need to be lower, you can be lower. The goal here again is squeezing in between those shoulder blades. 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Back to our hip circles, right side. Legs back at 45 degrees. And I circle. 2, 3, 4. Working on some strength of our glute muscles. Waking them up after we've been sitting on them all morning. 10. Okay, bent over flies. 2. Same thing as with all our mid-back strengthening exercises. Shoulders are away from our ears. You're looking down at the ground about 4 inches in front of you so that your head stays neutral. 9 and 10. Left leg hip circles. Feel your booty squeeze. 9 and 10. Then we have our goalpost arms. Open, close. This one always feels good for opening up the muscles on our chest. And 10. All right, time for our 20-second plank. So find your comfortable plank position, either on a table or on the ground. On your forearms if you need it. We're here for 20 seconds. Here we go. Squeeze your quads, squeeze your buns. Feel your core engaging. This is a great postural strengthening exercise. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna go through our 4 exercises one more time, starting with those hip circles on the right. 1. Try and stay upright. You may feel that the leg that you're standing on is doing quite a bit of work too, because it is. And 10. Bent over flies, 10 of these. As a reminder, keep that head neutral. I'm kind of looking up at you guys so I can see what you're doing. But that doesn't mean you have to be with your head up like a turtle. And 10. Left leg hip circles. 2, 3. 9 and 10. Last set of goalpost arms. Last 10 reps here. 5, 6, 9, and 10. All right, let's do a little stretch here. So we did this stretch last week. It's a favorite of mine, and a lot of people really enjoyed this stretch. So we're going to think about kind of rounding forward and getting a nice stretch in the upper part of our back, right where our neck and our rib cage or our thoracic spine meet. So we're just kind of rounding forward, stretching out all those muscles that we just spent a lot of time retracting and contracting to work on our posture. Just giving it a little gentle stretch. This area is called your cervical thoracic junction, where your neck and your rib cage meet. That often gets tight, especially when we're in our kind of computer forward head position. So this is a great stretch that you can do a couple times throughout the day to relieve some tension there. All right, everyone, thank you again for joining me. As always, please let me know if you have any feedback about the sessions or exercises, movements that you'd like to see more of or less of. I'm open to less of feedback also. You can find the recordings on our website, so go to therapeuticassociates.com, search for the Eagle, Idaho location, and under the resources tab, there'll be a menu you can click for Midweek Moves. All the archives are there. The printouts of the exercises we do each week are there. Remember, you can do these kind of throughout the week. Pick a couple to do throughout the day just to break up the sitting motion for the day. Give your body a little movement snack is what I like to say, just so you're not getting quite so stiff by the time 4 or 5 o'clock rolls around and you're ready to be done working. If you feel pain with anything, please stop doing that movement. If it's lingering pain, please get it checked out by a healthcare professional. As a reminder, all of our clinics are open for both telehealth and in-person visits. So again, you can go to therapeuticassociates.com, search through the locations and find the clinic that is closest to you if you need some guidance from a physical therapist. I hope you guys are all doing well, staying safe. We will see you again next week for week 5 of Midweek Moves. Have a great day.